Alright, how you going, guys? I'm running late with this one. This side is the 157 Abbott Street at New Farm, and yeah, we're having fun with this one because we drilled it on Monday. Today's Thursday, the 12th of August. We drilled it on Monday, which you'll have seen in the video, and yeah, on Tuesday it rained. Okay, and yeah, not a small rain, like it started drizzling Tuesday morning. The Weather Bureau were actually accurate for a change. Doesn't happen often, but they were right on the money in this one. And the rain came in Tuesday. We have our show holiday on Wednesday, which is the Echo show here in Brisbane. And Echo is renowned for one cold southwesterlies and rain. So yeah, the rain came through. We had one day of it, Tuesday, and it just got heavier and heavier and heavier, and Tuesday night was a total washout, which on this site, being we drilled it Monday, the holes are 2 to 2.5 metres deep, and this is in a valley, so it's nothing but silt, topsoil and clay. So water does a wonderful job for this and filled all the holes up, and now instead of having nice neat holes like this one here, 2.5 metres deep, we now have gigantic holes 2.5 metres deep. The boys have spent all day pumping them to get most of the water out, and then cleaning them with our long shovels and long pooper scoopers to pull the mud out of the holes, because we have to go all the way to the bottom. And of course, being they got wet and it's clay, that means that bottom's a little further down now than it was when we drilled it on Monday, because it all gets wet and muddy, and of course we have to pull the mud out. We have to get down to something solid. Luckily there's no more rain forecast for the next 10 days. So we're into it. We've picked up the posts. The post for this one we got from Scott Lewis Steel Supplies over at Murray. Well priced. Being he's further out of town, of course, it means he's a bit cheaper, because his rents and overheads are a little cheaper than having the guys in town. But horses for courses, you go to Scott. Scott gives us an account, so we use Scott. There's many steel suppliers around Brisbane that a lot of the stumpers use. Scott's one of them. He's over at Murray. If you know Brisbane at all, that's over near the Gateway Bridge on the south side of Brisbane. Anyway, the guys are going strong, pulling mud out. They're pretty well cactus for the day. They've had enough. They're just finishing off, doing their thing, playing mud pies. How you going, Shane at camp? Having fun in the mud?
Yeah.
They're enjoying themselves. Yeah,
You're all clean.
I'm all clean. Well, I've been driving, picking up stuff, and making cages to put in these holes. So they're going way down there without a torch. You can't see nothing down there. It's just too dark. So it's all black soil, all ash, silt, clay, you name it. Anything that's soft and muddy, it's in this hole. In these holes, this yucky stuff. If you see that mud pile over there, that's what they've been pulling out after the pump went through it. There it is, absolute slop. And of course we've got to get that out, because we can't leave that underneath the posts, because all they'll do is sink through it. Not a good idea. As the rain came through, we had about 100 mil on Tuesday, over Tuesday night, and it just flooded this area. So we're cleaning it up, and tomorrow we start pouring, and because of the mud heap and because we've got to go around hole by hole, make sure they're clean, make sure they're all in the right place, bust them, put cages in them, put the posts in. We're going to do the mixing by hand with our own electric mixer rather than ready mix. Ready mix is too fast, doesn't give us time to do the preparation and pour. There's a few ways of doing it. One, you can get them all prepped, put the cages in, pour the concrete, then come back the next day and then join on top with the posts. Leave the concrete down about 200 mil below the bottom of the post, hang the post, and then pour the rest with concrete. And that's what the cages are for. We have cages here with 4 bars that I've been welding up this afternoon, and that's a cage. It's got four 12 mil reinforcing bars in there, deformed bar, and we throw that in the hole. And we have them long enough to go 200 mil off the bottom of the hole and to stick out the top of the hole, so the builders can then bend them over into their footings after we finish our piers about 300 down from the top of this dirt. So they can then dig their thickening beams, bend the wire into them, join it all together, and make the thickening beams around the slab. Anyway, that's what we've been doing today. I should have done this video earlier, but yeah, it's one of those days. The day after rain, or 2 days after the rain. Yesterday was a public holiday, so we weren't allowed to work on the site. You get fined in Brisbane if you work on a public holiday. So we stayed away from that. And of course it was just after the rain and nobody wanted to work anyway. Everything's still wet. We've still got big puddles here. This is some of the water that we pulled out this morning. Still here. It'll take till tomorrow afternoon before that soaks through the dirt. But anyway, we've got that up and running. We just got to confirm height. The builder's coming around tomorrow morning. That's Callum Hughes, another nice builder we work for. He does a lot of specialty buildings, does some very nice work. But he's coming around tomorrow morning so we can confirm heights, because we are very low in this one. We've got a very small space to work in. The house is not allowed to go any higher. We have been trying to sneak it up, like it's just on or just over legal height at the roof, which is 8.5 metres from natural ground level. So we've been trying to creep it up and get it right on the mark, so we get as much room as we can under here, because of the height limits. Downstairs is very tight, and there's not much room to play with between the slab and the ceiling, and the slab and the footpath, because we don't want to have the concrete slab lower than the footpath, because then we have a swimming pool. But of course we do want to have the concrete slab higher than the ground level around it, so when the rain does come down like it did on Tuesday, or even worse in a summer storm where we have 6 inches in half an hour instead of 4 inches in a whole day, then you really have problems if your concrete slab's too low, as the water just can't get away fast enough and just floods everything downstairs. And of course you don't want that. The idea is to keep the water away. Callum has a retainer wall that's got to go at the back, which should hold most of the water and divert it around the building. That's the general idea. And if that's capable of doing that, then there shouldn't be any problem downstairs, because the last thing we want is water problems downstairs. And yeah, so that's our day today. We're just about to pack up. It's 4 o'clock, and the boys, yep, well, they're just in go mode. They've been slogging around in the mud for so long today. They don't care what time it is now. They're just paddling, so they just want to finish that hole, and then we pack up and go. We'll be back tomorrow morning, and we'll show you more as we make sure the levels are right on the house, and that the builder's happy with it. The engineer's already happy with the hole, so that's good. That's another reason why we have to clean them all out properly, because we are putting it on video, and the last thing we want to do is to do a shonky. I just can't do that. I just can't sleep at night if I do something a bit below my standard. It's just, I won't let it happen, unfortunately. Lots of guys do, but yeah, I can't do it. I've tried to do it the way some of the other guys do when I work for them, and I can't. So I don't work for them for very long, because I spend too much time doing the job. And of course time is money, and guys just want to get the job done and out, and that'd be nice. Probably make good money if I did that, but I'm a little too fussy. And because of that, of course, I work for some very fine builders around town, because they're fussy also. Anyway, I'm rambling on now. I'll catch you later. Bye.